This video is from the 80s. Hey, you fucking take it easy.
You're lucky to get a unit, a 2-bedroom, yeah, for 120,000.
By our calculations, these 3-bedroom, mainly fibro homes are the cheapest houses in Sydney. But even if you bought one, you're unlikely to get change out of $75,000.
I've been approved from the bank to borrow $85,000 to $90,000, and we have to miss out on a few enjoyments in life.
Sydney property has soared in value by as much as 60% in the past 6 months, and there's no sign of the increase tailing off.
Oh, I suppose we could rent, but I don't believe in renting. I think it's dead money.
How long is it going to be before young couples, first-time buyers are going to be priced out of the market altogether?
I believe they're priced out of the market now.
It's up and up and up.
Goes up and up and up like a bloody hot air balloon. That's what happens there, folks. Let me tell you something. Property prices inside of major capital cities have never been cheap. Unfortunately, it is not going to change in the future. People sit on their hands and they wait and they think that by doing nothing, something is going to change and property prices will be cheaper and it will be easier for them to get into the marketplace. Still, people think property prices will not continue to increase. It blows my mind because their mind can't fathom things being more expensive than what they are right now. It's just like it won't happen. History shows us time and time
12 seconds later.
Time and time again that it's going to get more expensive. The more money that gets printed into our economy, the more inflated asset values get because our dollar has less buying power, which makes everything more expensive. That's just fact. I do property portfolio plans for clients every single day, and we look at the rate of inflation and what it does to our money. And I always ask my clients, do you think inflation is going to be a thing in the future, or do you think it will stop? And every single person says inflation will continue. And if you look at $1 inflated at 2.5% per annum over the next 30 years, that same $1 essentially decreases by half. You need double the amount of money to have the same amount of buying power as $1 does today. So you need $2 essentially in 30 years time to have the same buying power as $1 today. And that's at 2.5% per annum. And Australian property has done 6.7% per annum, which is almost 3 times that amount. The unfortunate reality is property has never been cheap. It's never going to be cheap. It may be cheaper next year than it is today in certain periods of time, but if you look on a long enough time horizon, it's not going to get any cheaper. So it may not be what you want to hear. It's just take advantage of that. Instead of being a victim of circumstance, take that circumstance and use it to your advantage. If Sydney's too expensive for you right now, try Brisbane. If Brisbane's too expensive, try Adelaide. If Adelaide's too expensive, try somewhere else. But the key is just about getting into the marketplace, buying the best quality asset that you can buy and letting the marketplace do all the heavy lifting and building your wealth for you and making you asset rich, my friends.